howdy, hello. We got microphones, yo. We'll see if they're working. It's my second time testing these out, but the first time behind the back. Look, Ma, what do I got? Nothing in my hands. No sleeves. Still silly, in case you were worried. No need for that. Hi. I'm Angel. In case you don't know, I'm still silly, and I'm here just to do a quick body check. I'm noticing that I'm looking pretty disheveled, but that's all right. It's a good time to remind you, you don't need a special outfit. You don't need special moves. You don't even have to brush your hair to do a quick body check, a little realigning, a little letting go of stress. I like to start with a deep breath or two, maybe shake the shoulders around, check that the ears are over the shoulders. Usually that requires pushing the chin back a little, loosen up the hips a little, and see if the shoulders are over the hips, and ideally the hips over the ankles, unless you're sitting down, and then that's tricky. You can still work in a squat position, which is silly looking move that I encourage you to try out more often. I won't know how these mics are working until I get to the review if I don't hang myself with the cords in the meantime. So onward, upward, let's bend over, shall we? As always, I'm just gonna follow my own body, do what feels good in my body, and I encourage you to follow your own body. You're welcome, of course, to follow along with what I'm doing, but you're also welcome to do whatever you like to do. I encourage you to listen to your own body, be mindful and appreciative and respectful of your own body, whatever else you're doing. I'm going to start with a little bringing my attention into the bottoms of my feet, rooting into the center of the earth, rooting into the center of the sky. I like to think of it as kind of elongating my spine, supported with abdomen and back, and then making sure not to lock these knees. I'm going to do a forward fold with a relatively straight back, aiming all the way just down toward the floor. Relaxing the belly, relaxing the back, relaxing the head. Just giving a nice sigh. Trying to relax the shoulders. And then I'm going to roll on up, one vertebrae at a time if possible. Noticing where it's sticky, where it's supple. Just shaking that off. Giving a few breaths. I'm going to go ahead and step back with this left foot into a moderate lunge, pulling that back hip forward and forward hip back, checking that this front knee isn't crunching past the front toes, tipping the tailbone under a little bit, relaxing those shoulders, just enjoying that upright sensation, both feet grounded on a parallel line, looking for a perpendicular line with the hips if possible. And then I'm going to push onto that diagonal line, sliding that back heel out a little bit further. Saffy cat is over there looking cute, doing cute cat things. Enjoying that diagonal line out the heel, through the body, out the fingertips. Try not to crunch up in those shoulders and still pulling those hips toward that perpendicular line. And then I'm going to slide that back foot out onto the back toes, coming into a deeper lunge, bringing both hands on either side of that front leg. A nice deep lunge there. Straightening that front leg forward, folding the body over that leg, just kind of draping over the front leg with the torso, relaxing the belly, relaxing the legs, Relaxing the shoulders. Hands on either side of that front leg. I'm going to bring weight onto those hands and bring that front leg back to meet the back leg. Pushing through the palms, through the spine. Tipping the tailbone toward the back of the head. Pressing the heart toward the earth. Pressing the heels toward the earth. Just enjoying that stretch. I'm going to bend the right knee, pressing into the left heel, and bend the left knee, pressing into the right. And one more time, bending the right, pressing into the left, bending the left, pressing into the right, and then pressing into both heels again. And then swinging the body forward, lifting the chest and the eyes, keeping the legs together, dropping the belly. Just getting a nice stretch through the whole front of the body. I like to kind of shift on those back toes, letting the belly just drop, sag, relax as much as possible. Usually takes me a few breaths to get into that stretch. And then lifting the hips, pressing back again through the palms, through the spine, tipping the tailbone toward the back of the head. And I'm going to step forward with that left foot in between the hands. A nice deep lunge on that side. Give you permission to sigh in case you needed some permission. That's just a little private joke to myself, really, but I know sometimes we feel like we do. I'm going to step forward with the left, or with the back foot, happens to be my right foot, to meet the front foot and just hang here again in a forward fold, relaxing the belly, relaxing the back, relaxing the shoulders and spine and neck. I'm going to bend the knees, swing the arms back, coming into a bit of a counter stretch, pushing the hips forward, lifting the eyes and the chest. And then coming back to center. Shaking out the knees a little bit, and I'm going to step back with the right foot to a moderate lunge on the other side. And again, pulling that back hip forward, forward hip back, tipping the tailbone under a little bit, looking for a perpendicular line with the hips, relatively parallel lines with the feet. Checking that this front knee isn't crunching past the front toes and pushing into that back heel. Tucking the tailbone under, just enjoying that nice upright sensation, relaxing the shoulders. Lift the arms, making sure not to crunch up in the shoulders, and then pushing onto the diagonal. Feeling for that energetic line out the heel, through the spine, out the fingertips. Still working to pull that front hip back and back hip forward a little bit to square off the hips. And coming into a deeper lunge, sliding that back foot out. It comes onto the toes, bringing both hands down on either side of that front foot for a nice deep lunge. And then straightening that front leg and draping the upper body over the front leg. I'm aiming my chin for my toes. Just trying to kind of relax the upper body onto the lower body. Still squaring those hips and pushing back into the back heel. And then I'm going to bring weight onto both hands and bring that front foot back to meet the back foot. Pressing again through the palms, through the spine, tipping the tailbone toward the back of the head. Pressing into those heels. Let's tread those heels again. Bending the right knee, bending the left knee. Pressing into the left heel and pressing into the right. Tipping the tailbone toward the back of the head and really pressing the heart toward the earth, pressing the heels into the floor. Just enjoying that stretch. I'm going to swing the body forward again, keeping the legs together, inching those toes back a little bit, and just dropping the belly, lifting the eyes and the chest. Again, taking a few breaths to just relax the belly, relax the front of the body. Add a silly noise and a tongue stretch there if you feel inclined. And then lifting the hips, pressing back into a little bit of a deeper upside down triangle or downward facing dog pose. Pressing into those heels, tipping the tailbone toward the back of the head. Pressing the heart toward the earth. And then I'm going to step forward with the right foot in between the hands into a nice deep lunge. Again, stretching on that side. And then I'm going to step forward with that back foot. Coming again into a forward fold. And just hanging here for a breath or so. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the belly. I'm going to pull over toward the left a little bit, using both hands on my leg for torque. And then over to the right. Just a gentle pull to the side. Let's come back over to the left and make that a little deeper rotation. Lifting that left arm, gazing up past those fingertips. Wringing out the organs. Giving a little check. Changing perspective and then coming back to center. Releasing that and coming over to the right. Again, using my hands on my leg for torque and support. And lifting those right fingers, gazing past the fingertips. Wringing out the organs in the other direction. Noticing how the two sides are different. I'm going to unwind that. Come back to center, relaxing the belly again. And then I'm going to roll back up, nice and slow. I can see the microphones are doing some funky things. I'll have to get used to it. It's a work in progress, as I like to say. I just shake that out a bit. Let's do a little bit of balancing. Bringing my weight onto the right foot. Bringing the left knee up toward left shoulder. Relaxing those shoulders. Relaxing that supporting foot. Let's give just a quick foot rotation. I hear noises out there. That distracted me, knocked me right off balance. Come back up, bringing that knee towards shoulders, tucking the tailbone under a bit, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing that supporting foot. Just enjoying that sensation of balance, relaxation, rest. Setting that down and bringing my weight onto the left. Bringing this right foot up. right knee toward right shoulder. And again, relaxing shoulders, tucking the tailbone under a little bit, relaxing the supporting foot, adjusting to putting my glasses up and not being able to see, which makes some things easier and some things more challenging. Let's give a little ankle rotation on this side. The other way. Again, checking in with the shoulders, tucking the tailbone under, relaxing that supporting foot. Watching the Safi cat stretch back there. Enjoying a moment of rest. Just letting that go. Let's do just some shoulder rolls, breathing in on the way up and exhaling on the way down. Maybe jiggling that around. And again. One more time. Shaking that off a little bit. Let's go the other way. Again, breathing in on the way up. Gathering up some stress, some tension, and then just rolling those shoulders back. Exhaling, shaking that off. Let's do a couple more of those. Breathing in. One more. All right. I hope whatever else you're into that you're remembering to breathe and smile or hold your breath and scowl. Pick something and do it like you mean it. Thank you for stopping by and being a little part of my day. And I hope you're remembering to take good care of your body because it's worth it. You're worth it. I'll be seeing you.